Hey folks, before you guys get into the video, I want to real quick let you guys know that, I want to let you guys know a couple things. First of all, I didn't repurchase Darktide for this video. There was a bit of a discovery process right before / after the Dawn of War stream I did earlier today, or I suppose yesterday now, if you guys are seeing this video. And I was speaking with my friend Caboose. He's a fan of Darktide, still plays it. I talked about, my bad experience at launch and how I didn't want to, purchase it and support, and via repurchasing it, because I thought I had refunded it, support the practice of releasing a game half-baked, half-finished, and broken on release. I hate that practice. I want to do everything in my power to make it as painful as possible for developers to do that. Not because I want to hurt the developer, but because I want them to get the lesson and get the idea that we gamers are not okay with a broken product. That actually surprises me.
Finally, Asmo disconnected.
Yep. I had my first crash.
Yep, nope, my game crashed completely.
First crash, wow. Been playing for almost 4 hours straight. Everyone else crashed way more than me. Yeah. So, because it's crashed, so I do drop my score.
I'm down.
Oh my fucking god, the frame rate has been resolved to a PowerPoint. What the fuck?
We have each other. I'm dead. This is why we don't do this level.
Yeah, fuck. Shit.
God! Damn it!
Set me free!
Data inbound. Continue. Defend.
Oh my god, that is so frustrating.
Okay.
It just disconnects you randomly. There's no fucking... It's not even consistent. It's not like there's a behavior or an act I can change to prevent it. It just happens randomly.
Fuck off, as if.
Oh, come on!
What happened? What I miss?
Disconnected.
All of us got...
I think.
Yeah, I'm done. Nope, I'm done. No. No, fuck this. No.
I'm trying to finish up on my own.
No, the entire mission.
No, I'm still in it. We want a fixed, finished product on release. I think that's a fair thing to want. And yeah, so I thought I had refunded the game, and he tried to gift it to me, which I would have rejected if I had gotten it. But he tried to gift it to me, and Steam said I already owned it. That was a bit of a surprise, so I checked my library. I looked under D's, because that's where I've always looked for it, and I never saw it in a long time, so I assumed I had successfully refunded it back then, but apparently I hadn't, because I went all the way to the W's, because it occurred to me, well, it's Warhammer 40,000 Darktide. And most of the Warhammer 40k games do have the Warhammer 40,000 full logo name in the title. So I went all the way to the bottom, and lo and behold, it was there. So for over a year, I thought I'd refunded it, and it turns out I didn't. So all that to say, I'm revisiting it at no cost and no direct additional support than what I already have paid back at launch and pre-order for the game. They already have that money still, so this isn't any more support than that. And I can't get it refunded, apparently, because of the number of hours I checked. So, that being said, here is my revisit, and I'll call them second impressions of Darktide after letting it cook for another year, letting it stay in the oven for another year. Hope you guys enjoy. And for the Darktide lovers out there, you may be surprised by my conclusions. Don't assume my conclusions before you get to them. But at that same note, don't think that I'm about to have a 180, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not going to go from being disappointed in the game completely to just loving it and singing its praises and pretending I never had any issues with it. It's not that simple. But I'll let you guys, hopefully, get to the conclusion section of this video on your own. Listen to my about an hour's worth of impressions, and I'll say this. You'll probably see more Darktide content on the channel. Not as a regular thing, just as like maybe 1 or 2 more videos on it. Before I probably put it to bed for a long time. But again, watch the video, hear the conclusions, and hear why. Enjoy. Okay, Darktide. Second chance. Don't fuck it up. Alright, so this was my first character. I don't know if I want to nix them or not. Well, I'm definitely going to create a new one regardless, because to give a full second chance to the game, I think it's only fair to start over. I don't necessarily know if I should have to delete the first character I made when the game launched. So let's just click create operative and try something else. Since I already have a zealot, let's try the fresh path with the veteran. Troopers of the Astra Militarum. Veterans are valued as skilled and seasoned warriors of the Emperor of Mankind. Indeed. Alright, homeworld. Yes. I remember the character creator being quite the standout. The initial standout thing when the game started. It was a bit more in depth than I had been expecting up to the launch. So this was part of something I was very happy with. I'll probably go with Cadia. Progena. Automatically, I'm probably gonna go with enlisted. Gonna go for a more bog standard soldier. I think I'm gonna go with field promotion. You know, kind of set up like a sergeant type character. Not quite like red versus blue joke sarge, but you know. A Sarge character. Somewhat along those lines, though. The images loading in are not matching what I'm clicking on. I think there might be an archive error. Yeah, because you see these images, it's basically bald or not. Yeah, okay, so there's not a great start. Hold on, let me try this. Just load them in correctly. Nope, they're all bald now. Your options are bald. Okay. Yeah, that's the one. I really like that one because it almost looks like part of his head was cleaved. And he got really lucky and survived it. So, we're going to go with that. And I'm going to say the story behind the scars is they were fighting World Eaters alongside Black Templars. And during the fight, he got lucky. And I know it doesn't look like it, but he got lucky and he was barely at the very edge of a chain axe. You know, cleaved here, it gapped over his eye, and he got really lucky, and then it cleaved the rest of the way. But the rest of the blow was then, the Berserker then, as he, our Sarge character fell back on the ground, staring daggers and ready to meet death fittingly, with a death glare, as the Khorne Berserker, came down on him. But as the Khorne Berserker raised his blood axe up, a Templar's power sword breaches through the chest piece, gets ripped back out, and as the Berserker falls to his knees, the Templar cuts his head off with a power sword, saving the sergeant's life. Not necessarily the act was meant to save his life, the act was meant to kill the Berserker. The sergeant's life being saved was just happenstance of the situation.
Another day, another set of useless bloody orders from some useless bloody carker sitting safe in planetary orbit while I'm down here in the mud trying not to get me block knocked off. Just my carking luck. I mean, it wasn't my fault that a few things went missing from the stores now, was it? If they were needed for the war effort, then the quartermaster would have locked the door or at least placed a guard, wouldn't he? No. Wait, come to think of it, there was a guard. And a lot of blood.
I know, I am drawn to the loose cannon. So we're gonna go with the loose cannon. Yeah, we'll go with insubordination. Yeah, let's go Rudge. Sergeant Rudge. Given the game a fresh start, I think we should do the prologue. Even though I did it before. And plus, it's been like a year, almost two, so I don't know if I necessarily remember it. Here we go!
Prisoners all secure, ma'am.
I'll check for myself if you don't mind.
Of course, ma'am. But do be wary. Every one of them's a filthy heretic.
Fuck you. I'm no heretic.
Well, nothing to say?
I got plenty to
This
say
is
to
a
you.
mistake. I am a loyal servant of the throne. But of course, I'll just let you out now then.
Shame you'll never get to prove that.
You were saying?
Multiply now!
Oh Lord, he coming. Not the ideal way to break out of prison, but not the worst way either.
We have a way out. What do we do about that one?
Nothing. The Poxers will be here to feed soon enough.
Worst mistake of that heretic's life. Yeah. Whee! Time for some purging. Alright, so this is where we're gonna start seeing, hopefully, the fixes. Like, the character creator error with, like, not seeing the previews, that's one thing. For me, the big thing is, how's the graphics and the actual functionality look?
So here's me.
Oh, you
free
poor
as a
bastard.
tarbird. The question is, what to do now?
Murder people. Murder them all. Was that lag, or was it trying to do a freeze frame? I don't know, let's try that again. Yes! Okay. So far, so good. Pretty smooth. Ooh. Come to daddy! Whee! Okay. Loving it so far. Doing good. I'm not sure if I'd say it's smoother than it was at launch. This part, if I recall correctly from my launch experience, was fairly smooth. It's been a few months ago I played Wolfenstein: The New Colossus, and a little bit of like the animation and like the graphics and stuff in this game kind of remind me of that. I don't know if I'm like talking out of my ass with that though. If like anyone else who's played Wolfenstein: New Order or The New Colossus, tell me if like you also kind of get that vibe, like in terms of like how it feels. Let me know. I don't know if I'm on my own here. Bring it. I may have grown up in Cadia, but I do recall working alongside some Kriegsmen. There is only the Emperor, and he is our shield and protector. Indeed. Actually, isn't this like what the, it's like this or like this? For where, like when the guard like do like a, kind of like a prayer stance. I'm trying to remember what it was though. It was like them trying like making the like mimicking the Aquila. Oh yes, come die. Okay, I'm loving it so far. Again, I want someone out there to tell me, anyone, I dare you, tell me it's just not satisfying to hit something with a fucking shovel and its head pop off. The fire, Poxwalkers, come and get it. God, that's so satisfying.
Need to keep moving before they're pumping the tox gas. That elevator will get me out. I hope.
Methinks she's in trouble. Honey, I'm home! That's cinematic time. Well, if it isn't the... I can't remember what rank she is. Well, if it isn't the guardsman that looked at me like I was a doomed piece of trash.
Great. You come for blood too, criminal?
No, I'm a loyal member of the Imperium like you. By the way, medical advice, don't do that. If someone's stabbed with something, you don't take it out.
You were a loyal servant of the throne.
I did.
Then prove it.
With pleasure, Mama. Damn it. Headshots for days.
Stormraptor! Urgent extraction requested! The traitors have overrun the ship!
A little bit of a frame rate drop there.
I'm
Small
giving you
one.
a chance. Cross me and you're dead. You understand, criminal?
You know, you should be
Just
bleeding
tell
out
me
due to
what
that
to
stab
shoot.
wound, but... Beautiful.
Come on!
Damn, I thought that was a headshot. That was. Yeah, it's pretty sure.
Susie, get us the hell out of here!
Stand by, Zola. The guidance is out. I need a minute to recalibrate.
Let's kill some heretics.
Great.
Hey, more purging for me. Come and get it. I will say, the one thing they always nailed, and I stand by this even at launch, was the music. Perfect mix of that, like, intense, dark theme, but also still giving a very energetic vibe.
But Susie, you done any time soon?
Still alive out there. Guidance is useless, so we're out of here.
Well, you coming or not? You helped me. Maybe I can help you. No promises. You'll probably wind up dead.
Hey, it's the 41st millennium, mum.
I was dead
It's a
anyway.
guarantee. Alright, so far the game is working pretty smoothly. The worst thing that's happened, let me go. I took my time in the character creator, so been really going for like 20 minutes tops. So far, the worst like technical issue was the preview images on like the hairstyles and stuff. They all like that. That's like the worst thing that's happened thus far. So hopefully, if this keeps up, it definitely got fixed. And I figured it did. I didn't feel like anybody was lying to me when they told me it was fixed. But, again, I'm allowed to be happy that it did. And to see the confirmation myself.
This
I'm
is...
Sergeant Major Morrow. Your fresh meat. Mission briefings come through me. Let's see what you can do.
All right. Get to the Psychanium.
Yes, sir. And ma'am. I'll do my best.
Welcome to the meat grinder. Everything here may feel real, but don't worry, you won't get hurt. Not unless you anger Persephone. Don't be alarmed by my little puppets, but do shoot them, or hit them, a lot, with whatever weapon takes your fancy.
Don't need to tell me
You will
twice.
feel a taste of your bloodlust.
Hey, careful there. You're sounding a little bit like you like corn. Don't want to see no corruption in you. Psycho.
Marks the end of your advanced training. You now know everything you need to survive, Tertium.
Yeah. We're fully experienced now. It was good to get the refresher though. Like I am glad I went through that though. Some of that I remembered. One thing I didn't remember is that the Medicaid stations, you need those power packs. I don't know. I remembered just being able to run up to them and they were already powered. So it's good to know that if we run into one and it's not powered, it's because we were supposed to find like a node or a power node. All right. Okay. Okay. I don't know what just happened. Okay. Seems to be a bit of delay on my inputs. And it's already equipped. Yeah, I guess the other thing to mention is the loading times. Bit long. Maybe if I lower the graphics to medium, maybe that'll help make them go faster. That's probably what's causing the load to take so long is the... And the thing is, I don't mind long loads if it means like when it loads in, it's like smooth.
I am Grendel. It is my honor to serve the God Emperor of mankind, and fight the darkness that contaminates the Imperium. The supreme power of the Holy Inquisition is mine to wield. Who am I? I'm a warrior. The hive world of Atoma Prime is a vital stronghold of Imperial power. No matter the darkness, no matter the racking storms of space, Atoma Prime must stand resolute. But a threat has come. The very darkness I am sworn to deny. Who am I?
It's the train carrying Boogie 2988's refuse.
Where the dark stain kills. Chaos is the arch enemy of mankind. It is the damnation of the warp. It is everything I am sworn to oppose. Who am I? I'm a warrior! It can only be cast out by the light of the throne and the scourging touch of flames. Who am I? I'm a warrior! As an instrument of the Inquisition, and no matter the risk to body and soul, I will purge the hive
from top to bottom, and cut out every scrap of darkness I find. Who am I? I'm a warrior!
Yes, he does. Alright. That's how you get people hyped. Plus this music. Alright, I have access to the mission terminal.
So now you know what's at stake. The Inquisitor clearly thinks you have what it takes. And as you've come through all that unscathed, Tertium shouldn't hold too many terrors for you. Report to the mission terminal for your first assignment.
Found your way to the mission terminal, did ya?
Yes,
Guess
I
that
did.
means I can't have you executed. Not yet. This is the heart of the operation. Your best friend if you want to stay in my good books. Atoma's in trouble. No two ways about it. The only hope we have in this mess lies in us sending our strike teams where they're needed. Making a difference wherever we can. For as long as we're still breathing. No guarantees on that last bit, by the way. So, ready to be a hero?
Yes.
Then think again. You're a reject. Fight like it.
I don't know, in 40k, heroes die. Can I be the asshole who lives? Not quite Erebus level asshole, but you know, reasonable asshole. Now I'm a sergeant of the Imperium. Sergeant. I serve well. I don't die. Ugh, I got caught up in my tongue. Ugh. I don't die screaming. The delivery was ruined because I caught on my tongue. Yeah. We'll jump to Uprising, see how that does. That might not do well for me. But why not? Let's do it. If we're gonna go all the way, we're gonna go all the way, and I'm gonna fucking regret it. Alright, so looking for strike team. Oh, I'll follow their lead. Oh, mid-mission, okay, Alright. Come and get it, you filthy heretics! Ah! Back off! I love how, like, everyone on my team right now is named something that would actually sound like a real person. Like, you have no big dickus 34 in here.
Oh, we're not good enough for you.
You do?
Pretty sure I heard a threat in there. Anyone else?
Come and eat shovel, you bitches. I think I'm still good on ammo. I still got over 100 shots. Said everyone who was about to run out of ammo ever. Oh fuck! Ow! Shit. I love it! He's fucking... he's lost his mind! Oh, okay. Ah, fuck. Oh, shit. Help! Help! Everybody, yeah. Shit. I will say this for that mission, like, functionally speaking, like, when I first jumped in, there was a little bit of jitteriness. Not the worst. Not the worst it could be. So, that's fine. But otherwise, it was, like, pretty smooth. There didn't seem to be any kind of, like, quiveriness. Notice here being so much of a strategium. Okay. Nope. This escalated. What the fuck?
People of Tarsum, hear me. We are the Mobian Six, returned and redeemed. Their chains no longer bind us. Their bastions can no longer hold us. Once we were lost, like you, blinded by faith and acceptance. Only when our eyes were opened did we truly see the lies for what they were. We are your sons. We are your daughters. We have come home. It is our solemn pledge to bring about a new and glorious age of freedom.
Oh, this is like that, the new, latest... I don't know if it's DLC, but latest...
That heretic filth. Right, listen up. We got a well-trained traitor army on our hands, and this Wolfer fella seems to be at the head of it. The Inquisitor's Wormwood agents have tracked their latest propaganda broadcast, giving us the location of their staging area. Two of Wolfer's lieutenants, the Karnak twins, are leading operations in Abzone HL 7004. The Carnival was never a nice area, but now the heretics are dug in like rats. Word is that some kind of stim is spreading through the streets, making those nasty buggers even nastier. See if you can turn the tide and get us a win on the board, eh? Right. You got your orders. Get out there and bring those heretics to their knees.
Yes, sir. Alright, so that, I'm assuming safely that that was the latest, like, DLC thing. Or if not DLC, but, event list? I'm not sure how it works in this game. Keep in mind, last time I played was on launch, and there wasn't exactly, like, events or DLC or anything other than, like, the day one extra stuff.
Sergeant Major, no, we really should speak about these performance reviews for your operatives. They are not encouraging. They still alive? Then the rest don't matter.
I like him. They got a pulse? Alright, guess what? I don't give a fuck about the rest of it. Okay. That's one way to arrive. How did we arrive? We appeared.
We don't want to be
okay.
up here when the atmospheric shield fails. And I suspect it's when, not if.
Beneficent Emperor, we give thanks for the blessing of your light.
He's coming. Oh. Insta-killed. Never mind. Oh, shit.
Hold that pose, heretic.
What the? Ow. Fuck! No! Okay. Should have just probably run from that.
Target marked for death. It's gratifying to be on patrol once
One thing that is pretty satisfying about this game is the difficulty. I like that it's a challenge to get through stuff. Whoa, hello. Oh, come on. Ah, shit. Damn, well, I'm only on the second high, like the second lowest difficulty. Eesh. At least I unlocked a new weapon. Zorona Mark II Quick Draw Stub Revolver. And a Grea Mark 8? Yeah, it's 3 after 5, so 8. Infantry Auto Gun. That was rough. Alright, so yeah, we'll definitely switch to Sedition after this. Oh. I don't like my mind drifted. Okay, you're being summoned again? Okay. Damn, I was like every time I come back from a mission, story content.
The hive is chewing holes in the warband. We're losing trained veterans. And what do I get to replace them with? Dirtbag raw.
No, this is a cinematic that's in the base game too, so.
So here's a chance to impress me. You need to give us your best on every damn mission. You understand? I'll be watching you, Acolyte. What does your best look like?
So far, not like a best, more like a worst. I can see if I have better luck with that. So let's check out the talent tree. Immediately, it's looking different from launch. That's definitely been changed. Greetings, operator. This is your talent overview for combat specialization, where you would mold your shit. Okay. Next, unrestricted reallocation. Oh, okay, so with every trust level, you'll bag yourself a new talent point. Points can be allocated to any available talent in the tree. You may freely reallocate your points as you please, allowing to experiment with very... Now that's good. I'm glad that they do that. Combat talents. All classes start with an ability, a blitz, and an aura. As you progress, you can augment them to acquire completely new ones. The Keystone talent adds an extra layer of strategic complexity to your combat approach. Okay. Alright, so I've been playing for about an hour, and done 2 missions, did the prologue, run through the training programs. So I think so far, it's not enough to make like the full, like, for sure, this is 100% better, no problems. But it is enough for me to come to say this much. It's definitely way more fixed up than it was at launch. It is a superior product than it was at launch. There's still some issues, though, and I'll hopefully throughout the video you guys have seen them and showcased them as I showcase them throughout it. I also hope that my editing doesn't make it seem like they happen too often, but throughout playing there was some clear frailties with the game, like things that haven't been fixed, some minor issues. And I have no doubt that in the comment section there are going to be people be, oh, well, I've never experienced this. Well, I've never... To be frank, I don't care. I'm talking about my experience. I'm glad you haven't experienced it. I am, believe it or not. And I hope that the vast majority of people have not experienced even the minor glitches I've experienced through just playing this last hour. But that being said, they are minor issues. Like, by my own standards, they are minor issues. Like the previews of the haircuts and the faces and stuff, not a big deal. Like, because as long as you can still click on them and see it, it's a bit more annoying to have to do that and not like be able to see the preview. But it's very minor, not really something to get in a tizzy over. The frame rate issues when initially loading into things, that's, again, it's an annoyance, but it's not a significant problem. So far, like, for me, a significant problem is, okay, how many times have I disconnected? How many times have I crashed? Neither have happened in just this hour of playing the game, and I would hope there would be none in the first hour, especially since most of it had very little to do with internet connection. The real test is going to be coming with, like, I will play a bit more. It's just it's late tonight, so this is like the initial video, and I might stream this. You know, just to get to like a like live footage and like also hang out with you guys. But as it stands right now, so far, it's good. It is. I am happy with it. And obviously I can't get a refund now anyway. I did go to the effort to install it, and it's not broken, so might as well keep playing and keep, you know, giving it a fair shake. Keep in mind, this is basically just me spitballing the first hour. And I think it's of quality enough that I'm gonna probably either record myself playing further and do like a second video, a follow-up video to this one, going over like more extensive hours being put in and, you know, the errors that come across there. But yeah, back to the kind of summation of just an hour's worth of coming back after not playing since launch. It seems a lot more cleaned up. Systematically. There's so far been no DCs, no crashes, which is doing very, very good. And I'm experiencing a lot less lag than I experienced, and I'm playing on high graphics too. So so far I've experienced infinitely less lag than I did on launch day. So that's made me happy as well. The issues are all so far very minor. Outside of what I've already said, there's also the load times. The load times are extremely long. I'm okay with that, though, as long as, like, it's, like, at the end of that loading, it's functional, and there's not too many loading screens in between doing everything. There's been, obviously, there's quite a few loading screens, and it does kind of, like, annoy, but my assumption is it's because I have this installed on a hard drive as opposed to an SSD, so, again, that's an assumption. I'm assuming if you have this installed on an SSD, that's probably a non-issue. It probably loads really quickly. Outside of that, I can't really think of major issues. Again, just some frame rate issues, a little bit of pop-in, but that's, again, all of that really just is minor annoyances. And minor annoyances, when stacked on top of each other, can become a genuine problem. But so far, in just an hour, hasn't stacked to the point where it's causing me any issues. Things to praise, I really like the graphics. I said that on launch. I really like the music, said that at launch. Both those things have been good since it launched to now. They've been amazing. Gameplay, super smooth, really fun. The hits are very satisfying. The sound effects that go with them, the design of the weapons, all very, very good, and they're lore accurate for the most part. I've been enjoying that. Other things to praise, I'd say the voice acting is pretty solid. I like that. Good character play, and the story is very 40k and also very straightforward. So you know, it's there enough that you're intrigued and you want to know more, but it's not like overbearing and kind of preventing you from getting to the fun part of the game, which is the gameplay. So overall, pretty good so far. Pretty good. Now, need to be careful with this. Now, would I say I'm... I don't know. Maybe I should hold off on that thought before I play them even more. Yeah, that one I'm gonna hold off on what I was about to say until I've gotten more, because that might be the thing to change. Like, that opinion might be the strongest to change if I just play a little bit more. So yeah, I'll hold off on that. So yeah, right now, first hour, basic. It's not first impressions. First impressions was launch day, but second, I guess I'll call this second impressions. Second impressions after letting it cook for a year, letting the bun go back in the oven and cook up a bit more, so it's not so doughy. And it's come down a lot more crustier. There's still a little bit of doughiness at the center, still a little bit, but not enough to ruin the whole loaf. I don't know, like, this analogy is falling apart, but it's solid enough that I'm confident in saying I'll definitely play more of it and give it more of a shot. Again, I said this at the beginning of the video, and I'll put it in a pre-recorded segment, but if I had not realized that I didn't get a refund on this, or if I had actually gotten a refund on it, we wouldn't be here right now, to be perfectly honest. Again, as I've said in the past, I had no intention of coming back to this. I was extremely disappointed with on launch. So far, and again, well, basically what I'm about to say is what I was going to say a few minutes ago. But so far, can't stress that enough, so far, only an hour, it's not cleaned up and fixed enough for me to say, again, we're only an hour in. That's why this opinion is the most likely to change. So far, though, it's not enough for me to forgive or make up for how it launched. Like, for me, that's still a significant thing to keep in mind. I know some people don't care. Some people are like, hey, I don't care how a game launches as long as at some point it's good. For me, I'm tired of games launching in such poor condition. I really am. I don't like rewarding it. I hate that. But at the same time, again, I didn't repurchase the game. I already had it, and it's not like Fast Shark's getting any kind of financials off of me for coming back to it. And worst case scenario, I come back to a functional, good game that I'll enjoy in a setting I really love. But yeah, again, the opinion though that so far hasn't been enough for me to really ignore how it came out. That's possible to change. I even say it's likely if I play enough and it really picks up, especially with the DLC content that we saw kind of like a snapshot of a cinematic for. You know, there's groundwork there to be laid to a path of redemption for me. So yeah, I'm not writing the game off, and I am gonna give it that college try. So I think that's all I have to say for just this initial second impressions. Again, that sounds weird to say, but that's essentially what this is. It's a revisit. I'm revisiting the game. So far, it feels smooth, it feels cleaned up, feels fixed. They've definitely taken time to re-optimize the game. They should have done that before launch, but at least better late than never. At least they eventually got around to it. Some minor annoyances and issues here, but some of it can be addressed with like an SSD, and some of it is just... it's only minor stuff. So, yeah, so far. Anyway, that's it for me. Hopefully, you guys are all having a good day, having a good time. If you're playing this game and you're having a blast, I love to hear it. I love to hear that, and I hope that that only ever continues for you. And yeah, I think that's it for now. Have a good one, folks. Bye-bye. Hey, also, don't forget to like and subscribe.